Look like we ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now it's the time to get up in your world. Coming straight from the Central Media Studios right here in the city of Detroit. We have another episode of Volcano Underground Radio. Kicking it live. Look up, it's a fire burning way up in the mountain high. Look up in the steam, smoke, or ashes when the crater starts to blow and the lava starts to flow. Then you will surely know that it is a volcano. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. What up, though, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for your damn selves for being here and being in attendance. I see we got a few more subscribers. So make sure that you tell your friends, spread the word, and make sure that they all tune in as well. Hit the subscribe button, hit the share, and make sure you spread this around to as many folks as possible. We are Volcano Underground Radio. I am your boy Volcano, sitting here with your boy John.
Yeah, what up, though?
And also your boy Skiz.
Yup.
We are here to get it in once again like we always do about this time. Transferring from your normal Wednesday schedule. So now you're seeing us here. And hopefully you're enjoying this right here on the YouTube page. Anyway, we back. Halloween was just this week. Everybody was out here fooling, tripping. We was out here, had the house set up. This is the first time I've ever did this in my life.
Y'all had candy and shit?
Had candy for the kids, had the house decorated, had...
Mary.
And somebody broke it with that too. Like, oh, you married for real? Like y'all actually doing that? Like
You find out y'all out Christmas caroling and shit.
Yeah, chill out. That's not happening. Now that
if she say it's happening, it's happening.
Shit.
Don't talk that strong.
That's on camera.
Radio.
On camera, right? It's like, hey, look,
we doing a show tomorrow?
I ain't Christmas caroling.
We just came in from singing.
I ain't doing a Christmas carol.
My eye hurt, man.
I'm not doing the Christmas carols. I'm not feeling the Christmas carols, dude. That's not happening. So, opening up the live chat and everything.
Say down, Shalane. I do also know what it is.
So the cool thing, so mother-in-law was here, had it dressed. She dressed up as a witch, and we outside. I had the fire going and everything, dragging a pickaxe around, scaring kids, all kind of other crazy shit, But first time I say that we've done this, and yeah, it was actually pretty cool. We got the card game. What you deal this up for? Tunk?
Yeah, you remember the time you, Shife and Winston went to?
John, you know how to play this shit?
Tunk?
I'm just asking, huh?
Put you out there, didn't
I ain't never played this shit with you.
It's Tunk.
he? Looked at the cards and was like, this is too complex.
We got the Tunk game going on.
You know how
right
to play
now.
this shit right here?
I've been playing Tunk since I was like 8.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. Shit,
Put the break on you like, hey, you want to play 2 of a
we ain't never played. We ain't never played.
You want to play War Dog?
You know how to play Super Mario?
What? Huh? Oh yeah.
Why are we playing cards again?
Yeah, brought the cards down.
But why did you bring the cards down?
Hey man, look, we chilling, man. We kicking it. We live. What you
Oh, is that what we doing?
Hey,
right. It's
okay.
like,
You like get wet?
We gonna talk. we gonna talk shit. We gonna play some motherfucking cards and we'll whoop y'all ass. And then that's how this shit gonna go.
Yeah.
All right. So who first? You'll deal.
Who deal?
John deal.
Yeah.
So
Somebody watching like this blow.
yeah, I know. Probably.
I'm watching it like this blow. I'm like, why are we doing this?
So,
what YouTube video inspired this?
nah, everybody is talking shit. Nah, I'm saying that the TV is riddled with midterm debates and all the rest of this shit going on. Everybody, please get up and get out there and vote and do your fucking due diligence with it.
You know why they gonna vote this time?
Why is that?
Weed is on the ballot.
Weed is on the ballot, heavy. Like, especially here from Michigan.
Yeah.
Like, Canada got it. Like, everybody talking about, I'm going to Canada. We ain't doing that.
Got warrants. You're not going.
You ain't going to Canada. You can't make it to Canada.
Right.
You ain't got. So, for all the folks that's talking about they going over there, this shit ain't really gonna happen. But they doing a lot of what they call a split ballots now. So if you vote no for one thing, you're also voting no for something else, or you're voting yes for one thing.
I think all that be is to confuse you to get what they want passed. Like what happened to the old school days of just yes, no, that's it. Like all this other shit is like crazy.
Yeah, no, they adding it on just to try to go ahead and feed whatever agenda they trying to get. But I mean, what I'm not understanding is how you can try to link those two together, especially when they have like big time varying differences. So what your boy Trevor said, it's almost like we voting for vaping, but at the same time we voting to shut down oil plants. You see what I'm saying? They on the same ballot, like right at the same time.
It's kind of like they doing the thing with like medicine. You take this for this, but the medicine has other side effects for this and that.
Right. So, and that's the way you lump it together. So please, by all means, don't be fooled by. Pay attention to what's on the ballot, and a lot of times it's going to confuse people. Some people just want to go straight Democratic. Some people want to just go straight Republican, and
that's what I do.
Yeah, so
just straight down the thing.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
but my rationale is this though: a lot of the stuff and a lot of the candidates I don't know nothing about. One, I just don't know nothing about it. Two, I didn't do my Googles to find out what.
Have you ever just went by name and just started adding names?
No,
I've done that.
I just done no. But
don't do that either.
No, yeah. But my thing is this though: all politicians tell you a list of things that they're gonna do, right?
Right.
50% of it is filler.
All of it's filler.
25% of that is gonna happen. The other 25% is just sound good. So that's why I just always go one party straight down the line, and that's it. Because you gonna hear everything that sound good. It's all gonna sound good. It's who can talk the best lingo to be like, yo.
But that's why you gotta go online and do the knowledge so that you can go to the. That's why I hate when people just say go vote, because people go vote and they have no idea
what they're voting for.
So if you can know the background of every battle rapper and every rap battle they've ever had, and the backstory, and he swung on him on the corner of 7 Mile,
you should know.
Then you can find out.
That's true.
The platform of
That's
each Shooty, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And Gretchen, the lady that's running for governor. Then you can look at the proposals and you can go down the line. They sent me something in the mail.
I got that too.
Where like everything broke down. Like, this is what this is about.
Yeah.
This is what this is about. So it's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can find out the information. So like, don't just go vote. Like, actually do the knowledge and figure out what it is that you're voting for.
Did you get something?
Then go vote.
Did you get something in the mail showing like each one of the times that you voted and how your vote has like mattered in some way, shape, or form?
I never got one of those.
I got some paper. It just came yesterday.
Like a breakdown of every time you went to the ballots?
It had a broke down for each time I voted, whether it was for the midterm elections or for the primaries or all the rest of the shit. It had it broken down for each one of those things, and showing like how much my vote has factored into whatever the outcome and everything might be. Now, I think I still need to get that breakdown that you're talking about, because that's a major thing to have. But I mean, it's a lot of times you go in there and people just standing outside of these schools or wherever
handing
they
out
are.
pamphlets and all
They're just
that.
handing out pamphlets like vote here, vote here, vote here. And you don't even know what they are. So by the time you walking in, all you have is by name. Now, I never go like straight Democratic. I will still go through and like look and by name that I know or have seen or have researched, go with that. And even the same thing for the policies. Each one of the policies, I will sit there and I will read straight through. So I'll be in there for a minute. I'm not just checking off this, checking off that. But there's a lot of people that go in there and do that shit.
I want to know why don't we have online voting yet?
Because that will be...
You can do everything in the world online except
vote.
for vote.
Because I think what it is, you need to actually physically be there, and they need to know that it's you. It's too easy for you to rig that system. If you're doing it online, anybody can be doing it.
Yeah. I guess
now, you got the absentee ballots that you can mail in.
I mean, that's a good point, though. I mean, you do everything else. Why? I mean, What's the difference?
The difference.
I mean, I get it because you can have. It's like if you voting from your phone per se, how there's really no real way of knowing it's you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But at the same time, that can be said for absentee ballots. You know what I'm saying? Early voting.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. I feel like it's got to be a way.
Okay, for instance, that shit that happened in Florida, right?
Yeah.
If you was to vote online, that would never would have happened.
Or even if it's not, say, voting online, they could have like a kiosk at the voting place. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it still be on the computer, but you're at the actual place. You know, it can be done like that. To me, it'd be quicker.
See, stuff like that, I didn't even think about that, but to me, there's always a gimmick behind the reason why. I mean, one, the way we vote has been there for years on top of years. You know what I'm saying? They've changed the different systems.
Yeah, they keep changing the electronic system or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, in all actuality, we could just go and do everything on, like, they could actually make an app to verify. You have to verify everything else.
Yeah.
So why you just can't have an app during vote time? Everybody download. We can download everything. You make an app, download it, and it verifies you. You know, you have different things of verification when you do certain things online that actually identifies you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you if you like for instance, if you lose your say you go log into Facebook and you don't have your actual password, right? You have to put the forget password thing.
Mm-hmm.
They send you something to your phone,
To
right?
your email.
To you that you should only have access to. And then you get that and you log in. It could be the same way with the voting.
It can be
still
done.
you still could do that and have another person physically sit in front of the computer and do the voting for you. You see what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
Like you can do all that stuff. Like I can sit here and set all that up, and then you sit down and vote for me.
But what would be okay? You're right, but what would be different than a stupid motherfucker going to vote the regular way? Like it like I see the point you're making because it's like
there's ways to verify who you are.
And even if I verified my shit and then gave it to Skids, like here, vote for me.
It's still for him. It's still his vote.
It's still my vote. And then so if we couldn't do that, if we did it the old-fashioned way, all I'll be like, Skids, who you vote for? And he'd be like, I voted for Whoop-de-Whoop. Then I go in and I vote for that. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Like, it can be done.
You can't tell me there's not some people that still go to the ballot and be like, yeah, who you voting for? Like, yeah, that's what I'm going to. And then they go in, boom, and then
yeah, there's still people that do that.
It's the same. It'll be the same thing. And then you would probably get more people vote because one,
you definitely would get.
I don't have to go nowhere
because you don't have to go. To
I can do it from my phone. Everybody uses their phone.
I moved recently, so I don't know exactly where I need to go yet.
Same with me. So I'm still trying to hunt down where to go to. But your phone is with you all day.
Now, is there any schools around here?
Yeah, there's schools and stuff around here.
The closest school to you will probably be the place to go.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's probably, if anything, it's one right up here. So
but that's what I'm saying. But if you had your phone, you had to worry about that.
Right. That means you could do it from work,
anywhere,
home, movie theater.
A lot of people be like, I gotta be at work at like 8:00. They don't want to get up super early, and then they had a long day at work. They don't want to go stand in long ass.
I still think that there is, like, it's. I think that there's still some way for outsiders to jump in and rig the system in some way.
But they did that in 2000.
But
with Gore, they already did that.
So it gets rigged there. So what's the difference?
So it's like one less thing to rig. You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: if it's rigged already,
it's rigged one way or rigged the other way. What's the difference?
The person rigging it.
No,
that makes no sense.
That makes no sense at all.
Makes no sense.
Because either the government rigging it or somebody acting like Anonymous rigging it.
Okay.
That's the difference.
But what is the difference? You have two different.
It's getting rigged.
The difference is the entities that's rigging it, but the same. So
it's like
is happening.
The government
still getting rigged.
The government doing it, so it's the government. Right. Anonymous did it, so it's not. But it's rigged.
It's still rigged.
It's like you get robbed by somebody rich, you get robbed by somebody poor.
I'm just saying
it's like who did the jobbing, Vince McMahon or Eric Bischoff?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
That's
either
it.
way, they do the shit.
I'm just saying
Either way, you screwed Brett.
It's one. I'm just saying it's
somebody
one.
watching like who's Brett?
Right.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bret Hart. Don't worry. Shouts out to Belgium. Shouts out to some of the folks we got out here. Tag team.
And dude, where do they get my phone number? I done got so many text messages about voting. I just got one.
Yo,
like,
listen,
where did you get my number from?
You there.
I'm straight on the block list.
You there. Just like telemarketers and all the rest of the stuff that can call you, you there.
Even if you go on the block list, you still get messages.
Calls.
Yeah.
I have a app on here that's through AT&T.
So I take away not doing this anymore. Right?
No, I mean, we just...
we still doing this shit.
We're still doing it. I mean, because...
I'll take my time.
No, we still doing it. I'm just saying, like, so it's like mid convo. But I have an app that actually blocks all telemarketer calls. Yeah, it's yours.
But I think even with the telemarketing call, after a year or so, it drops off.
After a year, what drops off?
I think anytime you go and block something on the telemarketing list, after a year, it drops off. There's no way to
No.
block
What
somebody.
it is, the phone does that. So when it comes up, it shows, like, this is your telemarketer.
Vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a service that I'm paying for to make sure that I don't get...
Oh, you paying for that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's not...
Yeah.
It ain't that big.
It is, because I was consistently getting, like, call after call after call. Student loan, auto insurance, all kind of bullshit. Like, what the fuck?
The game over, man.
Yeah, I dropped.
Yeah, you put them cards.
Yeah. It's your driver. Next.
You told them cards like I can't wait to pull it.
You got some shit?
I do.
What you got?
You want to go first or what?
I can go first. Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? They play Sunday night.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, football. Tom Brady,
real quick,
Aaron Rodgers.
you been watching Walking Dead?
No.
Because Walking Dead comes on Rick's last episode. It's supposed to be epic.
No, I haven't.
This is supposed to be Rick's last episode?
Yeah, Rick's
I haven't
last
watched
episode.
it in like 2 seasons.
Is it the end of the season 2? Or
No, but this is his last.
He just peace out in the middle of the season.
But I heard he doesn't die though. They got it like he was supposed to die. Spoiler alert.
He is supposed to die?
He's supposed to. They said he was gonna die. He fell on a spike. Horse threw him off a spike, and this big ass horde of walkers coming. Of course, he gets off. So it's supposed to be this big fight, and somehow he gets washed down the sea and picked up and taken by helicopter somewhere. But this is his last episode. They brought Shane back and everybody.
Well, he gonna be dreaming about Shane and shit?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Hey, Daredevil was trash too, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was good.
I didn't like it.
I haven't fully watched it.
I mean, my homeboy loved the shit. I did not like it at all.
Did you like season 2?
Yeah, I love season 2.
Okay.
But I didn't like this season.
Okay.
But, so yeah, New England and Green Bay play Sunday night, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out my what I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna have my drink.
Yo, yeah.
Now, what was it? Who was it? Was it Brady that said Aaron? Was it Aaron Rodgers? If he played for New England instead of him, like he would
He said he's so much more talented than me. If he played in New England, he'd throw for 7,000 yards.
Now, Aaron Rodgers said if it comes down to it, he got the championships in the discussion.
That's not what he said. So what he said was
what he said.
Basically, and then there's what he actually said.
He subliminally said.
What he said was, he said the guy's got 5 rings, and for most people, that's the end of the discussion. That's what he said. No, that's not.
That's not what you said.
That's not what
you said. At the end of the day, I'm winning.
Right.
Basically, that's what you.
That's what everybody look at. The same thing with the LeBron and Jordan thing. They look at it and say the rings. It's kind of the same.
Football is different. There's 50 people on a football team. It's completely different.
But
than
championships
basketball.
is championships though.
No, because Aaron Rodgers, to me, here's the thing: Tom Brady is more accomplished than Aaron Rodgers. But Tom Brady,
it's his system. He's
Tom Brady.
It's his team.
Oh, it's his system. It's Belichick. It's Belichick. Yeah.
Tom Brady has the greatest NFL coach ever.
Yeah.
his whole career.
They don't draft nobody. They just pick people up and they become stars.
Belichick is a genius at putting football teams together.
Right.
But just talent-wise, Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback.
He's more
ever.
mobile to me.
That's like I've always said that talent-wise, LeBron is the greatest basketball player ever when it comes down to talent. But what puts Jordan over him is the mental part of the game. And that's what makes Jordan the best of all time. But I think Tom Brady is the most accomplished. Of course, he had 5 Super Bowl rings. But Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback ever that I've ever seen. I've never seen a quarterback play football like he does.
I don't know.
Okay, so are you saying just all around he's able to run, able to move?
He can do everything. I've never seen a quarterback that can do everything well. Everything well. There's nothing he cannot do as a quarterback.
I mean, you could put Favre in there. Favre was mobile. Favre could definitely had that arm.
But Favre was not as accurate as Aaron Rodgers.
Back in the day,
He threw
No,
harder.
it wasn't.
Back in the
Favre
day.
leads the NFL all time in interceptions.
But you have to go. But you got to preface that with
Does he?
Yes.
But at the
Yes, he
but at the
does.
end toward his latter part of his career.
Nobody has
At the-
more
at the end of-
interceptions in the NFL
But
than Brett Favre.
at the end of his career, he started throwing more interceptions.
No, that was his whole, because he was a gunslinger. So he gambled a lot. So he threw a lot of touchdowns, but he also threw a lot of
picks.
interceptions as well. So
Did he have even?
Dude, Aaron Rodgers played an NFL season where he threw 3 picks. The whole year. 3 interceptions. So
That's great.
to me, that's Favre is great, all-time great, but Favre at his accuracy is not to where Aaron Rodgers
What do you
is.
think?
Because he gambled too much.
Cunningham was a good quarterback. He could do it all.
Randall was good, but not
Yeah, I wouldn't put him on the
not
same
like
level.
Aaron Rodgers.
Randall was dope.
And then, the end of Randall's career, he had Randy Moss and Chris Carter.
Yeah.
Like, who's the best receiver Aaron Rodgers ever had? Right.
He didn't play with Antonio Freeman, did he?
Nope.
No.
He retired. He retired before Favre.
Damn, is
left
it
Green
Jordy
Bay.
Nelson?
It will probably be
It
Jordy
might be.
Nelson or Greg Jennings, but again, so those are number 2 receivers. Those aren't star
No, he had
receivers.
the other dude too. What is his name?
He's never had a superstar wide receiver. Ever.
He had a good slot guy that was good. Randall Cobb. Cobb was dope.
But he wasn't great.
Yeah, he wasn't great, but he was dope though.
But my point is, he's never had a superstar wide receiver. Tom Brady had Randy Moss. That's the year they went 16-0. They lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants.
I gotta look that up.
Now,
That's a good point.
Never had.
outside of the pocket, though, I mean, everybody talks. You got Montana, you got Elways, you got your.
But Montana wasn't mobile like Montana was
He
a pocket
wasn't.
passer. He was a pocket passer.
Yeah, Montana couldn't move. He was a statue, just like Tom Brady.
Devontae Adams. He's dope.
Yeah, he's dope. He's with him now.
Yeah.
But is Aaron Rodgers fall in like that? Okay, so are you placing Aaron Rodgers as like top 5 quarterbacks?
He's number 1. He's the greatest quarterback ever.
Okay.
Talent-wise.
Okay, I
Aaron
was gonna
Rodgers.
say, yeah.
So you're saying Aaron Rodgers, then Tom Brady, then
I would
like Peyton. or some shit
personally,
like that?
I would put. Okay,
Like, what's your breakdown of top 5 quarterbacks?
So it's 2 different categories for me. Are we just talking about talent
Or
wise?
just quarterbacks.
Or just quarterback, overall quarterback.
Overall, Montana number
Overall,
1 to me.
everything to me is Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana,
Okay.
Tom Brady. How many is that? 4?
4.
And I would say right now, Drew Brees, man. People don't talk
Brees
about
is
Drew
great.
Brees enough.
No, they don't.
Drew's actually undersized for a quarterback.
And Drew Brees,
He can't when his line stands up. He can't really see over his.
He
line.
still can throw.
But here's the
But
thing.
he can throw. But quarterbacks usually they want them to be 6 feet.
people
Drew Brees
made
like 5'10",
people made
5'11".
a people
That's
made a
gunner.
big deal, like when Tom Brady threw for his 500th touchdown. People made a big deal about it. Drew Brees did it the next week. And nobody said a word.
Drew Brees really hasn't had a big time receiver either, though.
It's right,
and
which
he has
makes
a
it
Super
even.
Bowl.
Which
Yeah,
right,
he does.
He has a Super Bowl
which makes it
win.
even better.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said Tom Brady, just can't get myself to vote anything Green Bay. I mean, you kind of gotta be able to jump out.
And then also, Michigan people are partial.
Credit.
People that live in Michigan are partial to Tom Brady because he went to U of M. But to me, like I said, talent, when it comes to pure talent.
Okay, where does Phillip Rivers fall in? Because he be putting up numbers too.
He's nowhere near.
He is in.
Rivers be having numbers. End of the season, he be having numbers, and he has never had big time receivers. He gets anybody.
But he had LT though.
He had Antonio Gates. But I'm talking about he's never had no throw the ball up and go get it.
They have the biggest reason why nobody talks about Phillip Rivers because he doesn't have a Super Bowl. So he's never in that next. He's like right. Before you get into that great conversation. But because he's never won a Super Bowl ring, he never gets, talked about in that thing. But I think when he retires, he's gonna go to the Hall of Fame though. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He got numbers though.
Yeah.
And it's always when I do my draft, I'll be like, I get Rivers because like he's gonna put up numbers. He's consistent with his numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like he falls into that. He's good, but we don't care.
I'm trying to figure out because I think TDG trying to say is Breeze over Marino versus Marino over Breeze.
Yeah, well, I would put Drew Brees over Dan Marino because, and I love Dan Marino.
I don't know about that one.
But first of all,
if you want to talk about trash receivers, he never had no real good receivers.
Mark Clayton was dope.
Mark Clayton was dope, but Mark Clayton was like Golden Tate. Mark Clayton wasn't no primetime receiver.
Now he never had a superstar.
Yeah, he never had he had a good receiver that was cool, but he never had no.
Dan Marino probably had one of the strongest arms.
And he was not a runner at all.
And he was a straight statue.
He was
not moving.
Yeah,
he was taking the three step drop,
and that's it.
And I'm getting the ball up out of here.
See, I mean, look at the time frame of it. It was a lot more conventional football, like old school football. There was nobody at that time.
Yeah, there was no really scrambling.
Open the gate to start scrambling. Everybody sat in the pocket. That was the rule. You sat there, three step drop, you throw. So every last quarterback you see in that era did that.
I can't put Breeze.
But Randall was playing the same time as Dan Marino. But he was scrambling.
Yeah, but he wasn't like.
He's different. He's
like the game really broke when Vic. To me, when Vic came in, he changed all that.
It's a difference between the black quarterbacks and the white quarterbacks. The black quarterbacks are gonna run because they can.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I know.
Hey,
but Steve Young,
certain ones came into the game dunking.
But Steve Young scrambled.
But nobody cared. But nobody cared.
What hood he grew up in?
Huh?
What hood he grew up in?
I mean, but
nobody cared until he won his ring.
Steve Young went to BYU, so it don't get no whiter than Brigham Young.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I got it.
He could scramble.
He didn't, but nobody until he won his ring. Nobody cared.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that.
And then when he won his ring, it was like, oh, Steve Young is so great, and it's like he been playing like this the whole time.
Yeah, but he was in Tampa, and they was trash.
No, but then he went to
San Francisco.
Yeah, but then when he went to San Francisco after what's the name left?
Yeah,
he played for like 2 years and nobody gave a shit.
That's not true. Because they was going to the NFC Championship. It's just they couldn't beat Dallas.
So you get a squad. You get Aaron Rodgers versus Marino. Head to head, just straight up shootout. Aaron Rodgers wins that game.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers because he can move.
He can run.
He can move.
If we blitz Marino,
I'm blitzing Dan Marino every time.
Give Marino the ability to get out of the pocket and actually run and move.
His name is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I think Marino probably had a stronger arm.
Marino and Elway probably of the great quarterbacks. Randall too. Randall had a cannon. Right. But Marino and Elway probably had the strongest arm.
I just wasn't an Elway fan. I respect his game. I just wasn't.
I was an Elway fan when I was a kid. But then
he knew how to operate the game.
What is it? That was the time frame too.
But that was when they went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost.
So was it more so like? Was it more so okay?
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about that, you got to put Jim Kelly up there then, because them boys went to the Super Bowl and lost. And
Jim Kelly's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Yeah, but he's not top 5.
And see, that's my thing. Though people always talk about the rings and he's great.
No, he's not top. Him not being in the top 5 ain't got nothing to do with rings.
But no, I'm talking about the people who say because he got the rings. He's the greatest. Well, see, it's hard to get there. And it's like, okay, cool, if we're going to do that,
this is what I don't
put
like.
Jim Kelly there.
This is what I don't like.
Because he went there 4 years in a row. Yeah, they took L's. But if you want to talk about just making the road to the ship.
No, he's an all-time great. I'm not denying that at all.
No, I'm just talking about when people talk about because he has the rings to get there.
But that's the thing. You can't use that. That's harder to do. The ring argument is harder to make in football.
Well, see, that's what I don't like about
football is such a team sport as opposed to basketball where one guy can take over a game in basketball. That's almost impossible in football.
See, I can't stand when everybody takes it like, okay, is this person greater than this person? Well, how do you mean? Do you mean it like this way or is he greater this way? It's like just the whole package of the person. Like, they bring up Eminem or this person. Well, lyrically, he's like this, but this part, like, so he's not great because he doesn't have great albums.
There are things, dude, to not to get sidetracked, but the argument against Eminem about him,
his albums,
that is a valid argument.
Yeah,
like
the fact,
like as much as Button gets on my nerves a lot. But when he said, like, you've been trashed for a decade, like, he's not lying. Like, for the last, when did Recovery come out? 2008?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's 2018.
Okay.
So he literally had a decade where he didn't drop no heat up until Kamikaze.
The thing with M is, like, his albums, you be like, And I'm a big M fan. So listening to the LP2, and then what was the other one? Relapse?
Yeah.
Relapse is trash.
Revival.
I went through that like last week just to check it out.
Yeah.
It's the fact that we know he can rap. And I think, like, certain artists, they get to the point where I can put anything out. I'm not saying he puts anything out, but I think M took a chance to let me try this route. Okay, they're not liking it. Let me go show everybody to show them what I can do.
His issue,
but still, does that take away? I mean, but
yes.
At the same time, everybody was still calling him like the greatest rapper ever.
Skill wise.
Okay, name Okay, Dre. Now take the fact that Dre had that one album that he put out that was just like we didn't want to hear that.
Like people act like it didn't exist.
Yeah,
the Aftermath album.
Yeah, the Aftermath album. So
right.
You take the 2 albums he got, right, and they're classics, right? If you take away that one album, you say, okay, well that's all he got. You like, yo, he puts out fire. You put M's resume down, and it's like he had his first album was catchy, the second album was good. What was the third one? Was that Encore?
Shady.
No,
Eminem Show.
That was dope. And
Encore was after that.
Encore was
And then it was.
That's when he started changing.
And then
when he started changing his voices and all that.
No, that was Relapse.
That's when he did that accent.
That's when he did the accent on Relapse.
And then it's like,
but actually, no, he did start the accent on Recovery.
Did he? Because he started talking like
that. Doing. Ass like that.
Yeah.
That's when he started.
So you look at his shit and it's like, do you go back and listen to any of his other albums except for like 1 or 2 joints?
And so that goes against him because you can say, that's why I've always said he's the rap Tim Duncan. He has all the fundamentals you could ever want, but Tim Duncan is boring as shit to watch.
Yeah. But he puts up numbers and he's dope.
But he puts up numbers and he has the talent, but it's never been about
Tim Duncan ain't gonna shit on you. He ain't gonna talk shit.
Right.
He ain't get but Tim will get in there in 25, 10, and 5.
I felt the same way about Joe Budden. I feel like Joe Budden can rap his ass off, but his music is boring to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Joe Budden to me, and I know if TDG listen, he gonna have a fit. I can't listen I can't listen to a whole...
So talk all this shit about Budden that you want.
Yeah, I can't listen to a whole Joe Budden album. But collectively... with Slaughterhouse or feature,
right?
He's fire.
Mm-hmm.
But for hear Joe continuously for 3 verses on a whole album,
no,
I can't do it.
No,
I can't do it.
Like by itself, like each one of them by itself, except for Royce. Like I can listen to a whole album of
Maybe
Royce.
Joel.
But Royce.
Joel dope too.
Now I give it to here's where I give it to
They
him.
need producers.
And I know we veered
the
off
problem.
we veered off of the whole football like in some way, shape, or form, but you got Royce is just straight lyrics. Joel, I feel, can make songs. I heard that one album that he put out, and it wasn't just like so bar heavy that's all you heard.
What
You see what I'm saying?
Joel has, he has like character. Where it's like I can't really put it in words, but it's like a variety of what you're gonna hear from him. The thing, my
Correct.
thing with Royce is fire, but
Royce
these
has
last
bars.
these
Royce
last
has-
two albums, it's like Royce
Booker
take
Ryan though, he took it to a different level.
Royce take like 1,000 bars and shove them shits into like 2 minutes, and it's like, you ever been in a class and the teacher just give you all this information
All at once.
and you like, yo, like I can't retain all of this. Like I need you to break this shit up in like some for this week, the next week. He puts everything in there and it's like, it's just too much. It's just bar. And it's like, after a while, after like 2 or 3 songs, it's like, I'm good. Like, I get it. You can rap. I get it. But you're just like shoving all these bars into my head.
Into the head, right? Exactly, and it's too much. But that's why I say you got folks like Joel. When you hear it, he's actually making like decent songs and decent music. It could be the beat selection. It could be whatever he's
Could be
doing.
the production.
But he actually has like subject matter to it. It's not to the point where you just getting just barred with everything. Crooked, I've never
I've been a really
liked.
Crooked fan, but I mean, I respect the fact that he's in Slaughterhouse. Well, he was in Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, exactly. So that's about where it goes. Yeah, exactly.
Who turned is it now?
Yours.
John's.
I went first last time.
Yeah,
I dealt.
this motherfucker dealt twice.
Why do you keep dealing?
So
You want to deal?
We playing tongue. Y'all don't know. It's 5 cars. We getting the shit in. Skids, you had some shit that you wanted to bring up originally also.
I did. So I had a couple things actually. So I had seen this video on Instagram with T.I. and Tiny, right?
Right.
I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm
I'm
gonna
so sick of them. Y'all just get divorced already.
Are you familiar with the commandment, thou shalt not judge? And thou shalt not cheat. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Are you familiar? Yes. I saw this video that was online of Tip backstage slapping a girl's ass. You should not be grabbing on nobody's ass. I don't care about the cheating and the disrespect. I know that you are upset, but not with me. You upset with the people who keep calling you and bothering you. No, I'm upset with you. They wouldn't be calling me if it weren't for you. The video ain't really the issue. The video being posted up on social media is the issue.
Is the issue.
If someone would have sent her that video privately, she and I would have had one conversation about it, and it would have been over. Before, man, it was all about us, and we had our own world, and whatever we did in our world was us, and we were cool, and nobody included, their opinion didn't matter.
Nigga, you got a TV show.
Look. Okay, so my point, I don't know if they can hear. Basically,
It could.
okay, so the video was, him, I guess on tour, or whatever, and he slapped the chick on the ass, and he got back to Tiny. I guess she got tagged in as social media does, and all this and all this. His point was, if it was just not put on the grand scale of Instagram, Facebook, and all that, they would have talked about it, had a conversation, and been done with it. So, my whole thing with this topic was, everybody talks about social media. At a certain point, is social media, has it become more than what it was meant to be? Like, this is a prime example. So let's just say it was just sent to her one time. Like, something like her best friend or somebody seen it, sent it to her, and they talk. It's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Is the wildfire of social media the big negative of today?
No. Social media. Oh, go ahead.
Because I agree with her. If you don't do it, there is no video.
That's true.
Period. End of story. All social media has done is expose people for who they are. That's it. It's a conduit. I don't know if that's the correct word to use, but all it is just showing the world you.
Yeah.
So instead of 4 people seeing that you're an asshole,
The world
4 million people see that you're an asshole.
Right, exactly.
But the common denominator is you're an asshole. So if you wasn't an asshole, it wouldn't matter because social media wouldn't be able to show
And
that
the
you're an
sad thing
asshole.
is, people only go to social media to see assholes. That's why you're there.
But it's not social media, it's the people. Social media is nothing without the people that use it.
Right.
That's true.
So, I mean, so...
Is it my turn?
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Social media has... It's created the ability for people to be the news versus the news media being the news. That's all it has done. So now you have anybody that finds out some form of information before anybody else does, boom, they can take it and they can post it. Somebody else sees it. Now that becomes a new thing. People spread it. People share it. Now this is it. I've seen people take and horribly like chop up videos and make up their own shit, put it out there like it's real. Now you got all these people thinking that, oh, this is exactly what's happening. But social media didn't get out of hand to do that. Social media was meant to do that. You see, that was the whole point. Now, if you want to say has Facebook or Facebook, yes, has gotten out of hand because I think Facebook started off just to be a social communication site. Just we're all in school. We want to connect with each other and talk back and forth, and that was what it originally started as. Has that turned into more than what it was supposed to be? Yes.
But who did that? Was it Facebook or the people that's using it?
The people and the demand to do it. I mean,
Right.
Facebook wanted to make money. Why not?
But Facebook is doing what the people wanted to do.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? By way of making money. They seeing what people are actually there for. Just like the movie. You saw the movie about...
I still haven't seen it.
So, in the movie, when he was creating the site, when he was working on it, what he did was, he had it set up to do one particular thing. Then one guy came and asked him a question. He was like, hey, so this girl, such and such, you know she's got a boyfriend or anything like that? And he noticed how much people wanted to be involved in other folks' relationships and what they needed to know about. And bam, he went and added that algorithm into it. So everything that this monster is there, and everything the people feed it, it develops it to, gain more and more from the people. So Facebook, in that sense, has got out of hand. Twitter, if you want to consider that to be one of the main social media sites, was meant to, provide information and get followers and do all the rest of this shit. Now, Twitter is what it is. Facebook is what is not started out to be. You see what I'm saying? So that's what.
But ain't they both the same?
No, they're not.
You don't think so?
Because I think, for one, there are more things in place on Facebook to literally give all your information.
Yep.
With Twitter, it's mainly just status posts. It doesn't ask, when's your birthday and what school you went to.
No,
you can still put all of that information.
You have to dig to get pictures and everything off of Twitter.
Okay.
Versus your Facebook, you got all your shit. You got pictures, you got your information, you got your work history, you got your events, you got calendar, where you going, what we doing right now. Like everything you have watched done all gets filtered through. Like you can log into all the rest of these different sites and everything via Facebook.
Fuck, you're not dealing no more.
No, you can't deal no more. You can do all these different things via Facebook. So now, Twitter is just straight up like, look, whatever I want to feed it, I can feed it. And that's what you get out of it. And then it's so many people, especially if you follow it, it's hard to even keep up with all the information, the shit that's flying around on there, because people are consistently on there, like text messages, just boom, something else. Nigga.
He working towards something. But
I don't know what it is, but so
never throw an ace out.
He fishing. That's cool.
Dummy.
big dummy. So, what I've tended to find is that, like I said, social media is going to be that. Now, what people need to start recognizing is the difference between, and I hate to even use the term fake news or not fake news, because any information that comes out in the forefront, I believe that you should take that information and research it. Dig into it, find out. You got Google, you got all the rest of the shit. You can dig this shit up and find out exactly what the hell is going on. But some people won't do that. They too lazy to do that.
That's
or
true.
they too quick to believe, or they too, I don't even want to say weak, but they too quick to just develop into, bam, what's right in front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
If you take that aspect of it away and allow people to just focus on the news, they still need to research that. Even the shit that they coming out on the news is saying, because each one of them is going to have their own opinion, just like another social media site. Fox is going to feel this way, CNN going to feel this way. MSNBC going to feel this way.
How you putting that towards social media, though?
I'll put it, they're acting the same way as a person on social media.
Okay, just putting their own spin.
They're putting their own spin on it.
I got you.
So, which is saying that each person should still, like, do your Googles, do your information to find out, like, where,
you hear something, I'm just going to go with it, and boom, that's
exactly.
what they
say.
Well, yeah, that's like there was that story on Facebook not too long ago that said that Trump was making it to where dudes didn't have to pay child support no more.
That's bullshit.
And people believe that shit.
And they run with it.
Dog, and you know how many people
arguing
that
on Facebook over that shit?
You know how many people would see that, like, and I'm voting for him just because of that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, now, I don't know what they doing with this shit with Kanye, because he's flipping back and forth left and right. So now he's, like, big-time Trump supporter, and then he flipped from that, now he's supporting Obama. He don't know. Like, first
I think Kanye's all reaching. I think it's all a reach.
More than a reach.
Doing my Skids impersonation.
So,
fishing.
Yeah, and so Kanye has been doing,
God damn it,
this bullshit Chitlin circuit for the longest.
Bruh, where the
I had a queen. Oh, you got
and
my
people
queen.
you got the goddamn queens. I can't stand you. Oh my God, dog. Oh,
Man,
I hate you so much, dog.
Skids don't know how to play.
He had the 2 hours. Had the 2 he was looking for.
You are a real life pain in the ass. I'm pulling. I'm like, yo, it's got to be some queens in here.
Yo, and I'm looking at the deck like I ain't seen no queens right there. Like, where the fuck the queens at?
Man.
He holding them. All right, the other thing I had was I had seen this post saying a hit song isn't made, it's marketed.
Nope,
that's correct.
No, it's not.
I think
it's true for every hit.
I think if it's a hit, it's a hit. You ain't got to market shit.
You ain't got to. If
it's fire, it's fire.
Yeah, but
I got a classic example. So I just saw today, Juvenile 400 Degrees dropped 20 years ago. Today.
Okay.
Damn, was it?
That's first single, High.
Was
not marketed. You cannot tell me that niggas was in an office like, oh, this high? It ain't high. We gonna make this a hit? No. That shit
Juvie came out of nowhere
and
with
that
shit.
video made it a hit.
And then the remix with Jay-Z, and it blew up.
But
they did not market that to be a hit.
No, the marketing side of it is being pushed to the DJ.
Okay, who marketed High though?
The label.
When? Juvie was off the label. Nobody knew who the fuck he was.
Nobody knew shit about Cash Money when High dropped.
Nobody.
So what was it?
Yeah, we won this.
Yeah. He trying to find his way out.
So how? No, I'm saying
when he turned with that.
How was the main thing that put all the Cash Money on?
Yes. It was the first thing Cash Money put out.
I'm about to say I thought it was before Cash Money.
They had something else, but High is what got me to recognize who I didn't know who Juvenile was until High.
It's got you to recognize Juvenile.
But nobody outside of New Orleans heard of Cash Money before High.
Juvenile made me recognize everybody else.
Okay.
When you saw the video with them niggas with their shirts off and rags on, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
I guess let me ask this. How do you define marketing?
To me, marketing is we gonna play this shit to death and make you like it.
Yes.
That is not what happened with High. That shit was genuine. Niggas really just like that
Name a song when you first heard, like, I hate this shit. And then when you listen to it continuously, like...
Then you be like, oh, this shit's straight.
Killing Me Softly by the Fugees.
That's a good example.
And they play that shit
to me, somebody that's marketed is like somebody like Pitbull is marketed to death, to where it's like
I don't think
you
he's
sing that shit in your head.
I don't think he's
dude. When he put out that song with Neo, that shit was forced.
I actually can't remember nothing he's had.
That I want everything tonight. They played that shit
they play
everywhere.
That shit everywhere.
You don't go out. You don't go to anywhere where they play music. You go to the movie theater and to restaurants, so you wouldn't know. But they played that shit to death. But there are some songs that are just genuine and they just bubble because they're just good songs. Like that shit applies to some hit songs, but not all hit songs. Some hit songs are surprises. Some hit songs are album cuts where fans like the shit so much that it just turns into a hit. Like that happens.
Right. Nah,
yeah.
It's
take it with you, accept it.
No, but at the same time, I still think that High is like
he fighting for this one.
No, because
he going down with that shit.
Your whole spin is to you sell to the DJs. Whenever you make music, you selling it to the DJs. It ain't just to the people because the DJs is the ones that's gonna spin your music.
High though?
The DJs. The ones that actually play the music, the radio.
But bro, that was
okay.
It's to say that the song is not marketed. It's almost like saying I make some shit. I play it for one person.
When you first heard No Limits, TRU,
two different ways.
When you first heard it, TRU,
every record label. But wait.
They didn't do marketing for that.
Yes, listen. No, he's looking at it from this aspect. Every record label has a marketing department.
Yes.
So every song is marketed, but what that person is trying to say is that it's marketed,
it's advertised
so much that it's basically forced into being a hit.
Correct.
That is not the case with every hit. Some hits, absolutely, but not with every hit. To me, a marketed hit is like record. You know this. Record labels have songs like just stored up, right?
Right.
And so they have songs that they know will be hits, and they say, okay, who do we want to give this song to?
Yeah.
And then we give them the song because we know it's going to be a hit.
Here you go.
And all you got to do is sing the motherfucker, and you good to go. That, to me, is what that person is talking about.
For instance, Jay Holiday, when he had that song Bed, that wasn't his song. That was actually for Chris Brown. He couldn't do this song for whatever reason. So they was like, here, this is a hit. Just go sing it. And he sung it, and he blew up.
They have like specific.
Whereas some, okay, I get
like
that.
Umbrella. Umbrella was a song created as a hit. It was supposed to go to Mary J. Blige. She turned it down, so they gave it to Rihanna. Still a hit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they have songwriters specifically just sit in a room and say, "Give me a hit song. Give me a hit song."
And then that pieces the whole thing together.
And you piece the shit together. That, I believe, is what that specific post is talking about. But I feel like, specifically with rap music, a lot of the hits in rap are just good songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that Eminem went in the studio and said, I'm going to make a hit with Hi, My Name Is. Like, you can't tell me that they thought that shit was gonna be.
Did you see the whole? They just threw it together.
Right.
Like,
but they didn't think that was gonna be a hit.
Dre put on the beat, and he just came out. Hi, my name
That's
is...
like, I was watching something the other day.
He did the Timberlake joint, the Sexy Back. Sexy Back was him doing a warm-up.
Yeah.
In the he was warming up his voice and everything to record something totally different.
As a good...
De La Soul. I was watching the... on Netflix, they got the Evolution of Hip Hop. So, they was interviewing De La Soul, and their first album, 3 Feet High and Rising, they had the album done. Me, Myself, and I was not on the album. They took it to the label. The label said, you don't have a lead single. De La Soul said they went in the studio and made the absolute worst song they could possibly make because they were mad at the label for telling them they didn't have a single. They turned in Me, Myself, and I, their biggest record today. Like, sometimes that happens. Yeah. Specifically with rappers. Now, if you want to talk about like R&B and pop music, absolutely. Especially with pop music. Yeah, those songs are handcrafted to be hits. Yeah. And they give them to the biggest artists. You know what I'm saying? And so, this basically like, here go the song, this is how I want you to sing it. You know what I'm saying? They usually have reference tracks.
Right.
So where they have somebody else sing the song, they give it to the artist and they sing it like that. And they put it out, boom, the shit's a hit.
I had a good example. I was thinking about when I first seen this. First thing I thought about was Chappelle. Could kind of like flip it. Like Chappelle said, the thing when he did his first season, he's like, I just did it. Like it wasn't like
I just went there fun.
And did it.
And that's the shit that sells.
Yeah. So when he came back for season 2, it was like we gotta do this, we do this, and he was like, the problem was like I can't do what I did from season 1 better because I just went and did season 1 and it blew up.
And the way I am, he said, I'm not going to be able to top what my name is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit was just organic. He just made it.
He just went and did it. So I think what that's saying is sometimes you have a hit and it's just, this shit is just fire.
Sometimes what it is, and I think what people gravitate to is the number one thing that they can relate to, which is a real person. So, a lot of people's come out records are great, are much greater than all their follow up records because they just walked in as a person like I just want to do.
It's organic,
her first joint,
and then but after that, when it blew up and you throw the money and everything behind it, now you throw the pressures of now I got to like force myself to go back into that world.
That's why most people's, especially rappers, second album is trash.
But see, this is why I admire,
except for Kendrick,
and that's exactly what I was about to say. This is why I admire Kendrick because it seems as if he's found a way to consistently grow as a artist as a person at the same time along with his status. Like a lot of rappers come out rapping this like I'm paid shit off the rip and I sell dope or whatever and I'm rich out the gate. Jeezys, T.I.s, all the rest of that shit. To where you get a person that's like, I'm broke, I'm just trying to make it. So, to me, Kendrick's albums are reflections of him as a person in the position that he's in. Section 80 is like a story to me.
I still haven't went back and heard that.
Good Kid, Mad City is a story to me. Like him coming up, getting the deals and everything. To Pimp a Butterfly, I think is more of a metaphor to saying taking something great and trying to make money off of it. Which is what he's inherently doing. Some of the songs you like, "Loving You Is Complicated." Some of the shit he's saying, like I wasn't even there to when this happened because he's out on tour. He's talking about himself in that moment, and that is what allows you to grow with the artist, and that is what allows you to accept the music that he's making and relate to the music that he's making.
Now, see, to me, as far as this topic goes, a good example of trying to market something. I mean, I'm not a fan of really, but J. Cole. When J. Cole first came out with that first single, I'm like, yo, dude gonna be dope.
Some artists you have to market.
Right, but here's the thing. Like, his first single, I forgot what the name of it was. He did the video when, like, the fire was behind him. He was walking. I'm like, yo, he dope. First album was, it was all right. But then that second album is like they pushed him to be something else, or he did it, and to me it was a fail. Now he's got back into his own little lane of what he wants to do. But I think that was a prime example. We're going to try to market him this way, and that wasn't him.
See, and a lot of times I think it's, I don't always think it's the labels. There's certain ones that, like I said, need to be marketed, and the marketing team and the labels see that off the rip when they first pick the person up. Beyonce, Rihanna, all the rest of these folks. You know why? Because they're not the ones always writing the music. They're the performers.
Right.
So they need to be marketed. But you get folks that just come out of nowhere and just drop some shit like, bam, here it is, and people just fall in love with it.
Well, I don't think necessarily...
Those are the ones that organically can do it. Now, those are the ones that end up switching their mind and end up taking and making some old off-the-wall music. Like Common had a good run, and then out of nowhere, he comes with this Electric Circus bullshit. Yeah. You see, you got...
I blame Erica for that.
I blame Erica for that also.
She put that voodoo on.
You got deal.
No, you dealt right. You dealt the last one. Ain't my did I deal the last? I didn't deal. I just shuffled the hell out of him. I never dealt.
Yeah, he never dealt.
I gotta get his
mojo off of that shit.
Yeah.
So and the same thing with a lot of these.
I hear what he's saying. Is like every label has a marketing, but as far as the whole marketing aspect of. When you hear it here, you see it here, this and this, we all time playing it. There's a lot of joints that get played that you like, I don't like this shit. But you hear it constantly to the point where it's, this ain't bad. I did not
like... Classic example, Booed Up. Booed Up was out a whole year.
Was it out a year before it came out?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
That song...
it was on her last... It was on another EP or something.
Yeah, that song was out for a year before it blew up. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, it caught fire.
Right.
And now you can't go nowhere without hearing
it. Everywhere.
That was not marketed to be a hit.
Listen. This is how I know that one is a great song, okay? I think that... okay, how do I want to say this? I think that the creation of the song was not a marketed thing. I think the creation of the song was just bam, and here it is organic. But the actual distribution of it is what's marketed. Getting it into the hands like, oh, we got to keep playing this. We got to get this played. We got to get this spun. I think that is the part that's marketed. That's what I'm looking at. That is a great song. I had DJ a party a couple weeks back, and I had this stone cold Scarface looking ass gangsta ass nigga walk up to me, like suited up, everything, got the hat on, and what up, bro? I'm like, I'm all good. Yeah, man. Hey, do me a favor, play that LMA Boot Up. and I'm sitting there like. I'm sitting there like hot face, just walk up to me like, hey, can you play that LMA Boot Up? All right. And then like cruised off slow as hell as if he just vanished in the air. I'm like, what the fuck? It almost made me like, man, let me hurry up and play this shit before this nigga shoot the whole club up.
And then about the ballroom, the shit.
Exactly.
Feelings.
I'm about to go tell Big Fella over here, yo, go to
baby, I'm gonna be right back.
What song you want?
What you want to hear?
You want to hear that song? I'll be right back for you. I'm your man's. I'm gonna take care of that shit for you. And so my man's come up, he say that all that shit, but that really is what let me know that was a good song. And there was a lot of people that thought that, especially the way they was hearing it, like she was some chick from Detroit. And it's like, no.
She from overseas.
Yeah,
right?
She from overseas. Yeah. She from like London or something. Yeah. And somebody made a post like, yeah, here it is. I thought it was just some Detroit chick that finally got on.
The what's her name chick? With Try Me. That's a marketed song. That's not like hot.
I don't like that.
You know?
I don't know what that is.
Try Me. I can't think of her name.
The chick that sang on
Detroit versus Everybody.
Oh, Dez Low?
Dez Low.
Oh yeah, that shit treated it as.
Yeah. I never understood what the. I mean, not trying to hate. I'm glad. I'm glad she's from the city, and I'm glad she got.
That's a marketed track, though. That's a marketed.
Yeah, they forced that. They forced that on her.
Because when I first heard it, I'm like, ah.
Because I remember this girl had played it for me. She's like, you gotta listen to this girl Dez Loaf. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So she put that shit on, and I was like,
okay.
It's the way she
And I
pronounces words that brings it off. To me, that makes it like
it's half mumble. It's half.
I ain't gonna say mumble, but just think it when she say family. If she would just say family, it wouldn't have that same like it's just the way she say shit because she pronounces it the way she does. It makes
she pronounced it better. What she's saying still ain't shit.
It still ain't shit.
It's true, but
and then her sound is like I'm a sound person. Like to me, you gotta sound good to me. It just doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't.
like it's not bar heavy and it's not like, but it's the way.
It's not even about
it's
rap.
the way
it just
she
doesn't sound good.
Another good example, Cardi. I think Cardi music trash. But
but she's an example of crafted hits.
Yeah,
but they bang though.
Bang.
I don't.
Cause you don't go out. So not in the...
What I'm saying is this. When you hear...
Bodak Yellow was shoveled down people.
But
That's what I'm saying.
It was dope.
But it was dope though.
If you go back
it was dope.
When you first heard it, was you like, yo, this the shit?
Yeah.
You thought so?
Yeah.
When I first heard it, yeah. Like I'm
Bodak Yellow hard as hell.
Bodak Yellow. Like when I actually
I heard it the first time I heard it was at a wedding reception. And we was drunk as hell, and that shit came on like, dun, dun, dun. I was like, oh,
what is this?
Little bitch. That shit was hard.
If you pay attention to say, like, everybody in some way, shape, or form has said to themselves, like, even if they haven't verbally said, little bitch, can't fuck with me if you wanted to.
But see,
these is Spencer. These is red bottom. These bloody shoes.
But see, to me, when I hear Cardi,
cut a nigga off.
When I hear Cardi, I hear somebody else writing and she's reciting it.
You're thinking too much.
No.
Like her delivery.
Just enjoy the song.
Her delivery sound like it's forced.
Why are you worried about who writing it?
I'm not. But just when
I do.
But when I hear it, when I
listen to music,
okay,
I am not.
Okay, when you hear Kendrick,
if it's Kendrick,
you know Kendrick writing this
right?
Shit.
Yeah,
the delivery is there. When you hear Cardi, it sounds like she's reading off a board, and the delivery just don't sound like it's there.
But my thing is that may be true, but she makes music for a specific place.
But does that not take away from the song?
No, not when I'm drunk in the club and that shit comes on. I don't give a fuck who wrote it.
But see, that's the thing.
But you don't, and that's my point.
No. But you take away, take away from the.
Can I finish?
No, but just like if you just listen to a song. If you just listening to a song, right?
But that's you gotta let me get my point. My point is, she makes music. She does not play Spider-Man on the PlayStation music.
No.
You can't be chilling and listen to that music. She makes club music.
So when you're in the club.
When you're in the club, that shit is fire. Now, if you at home washing dishes, I can understand how you be like, what the fuck is this? Because I feel the same way about Future.
Because you can't turn up on it.
Future, I cannot listen to Future sober. But when I'm drunk, Future is the coldest nigga out.
But that's what a lot of artists
Same thing with Chainz, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz too.
Yeah, that's what a lot of artists
So my point is, if you just like on your way to work and you like, what the fuck is she talking about? I understand that. But what I'm saying is, when you hear that shit in a club environment, that shit slaps.
Yeah.
It slaps, man. And that's what it was meant for. Now, was she created? She was absolutely created. They took a social media personality and made her a rap star. Now, that is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
But it's dope, too, though. For that environment. For the club environment.
Here's the caveat to that, because Bodak Yellow was...
Caveat.
Yeah, I said that. Bodak Yellow was really like a bite off of Kodak Black's song.
And she did it better.
She did. I listened to Kodak Black's song and
I have never listened to anything.
I've heard the original.
Now I want to say, like, there's a new song that's out with Gucci, Bruno Mars, and Kodak Black. That shit kind of hard.
I haven't heard it.
That shit kind of dope. Like that shit just released, and I'm not a fan of Kodak Black whatsoever.
Bruno makes hits. Like he doesn't have.
But I think Bruno is another example of both. They shoved Bruno down our throats
because he's good.
But I think they did that because they knew he needed to be seen to be there. But now that he's there, like his shit to come out, you don't have to force that down somebody's throat.
They still force it because what's that song? That's what I like.
Yeah,
that I like that song, but they played shit
the hell out
to death. The Don't Believe Me, Just Watch.
Yeah.
They played that. They forced that.
But is
shit
that not because it's hot though?
Well, I don't know what came first, whether it was hot or they forced it down our throats.
Because I'm saying that's
Happy was
forced down our throats, but it was dope though.
It was dope.
I didn't like it.
I liked Happy.
I didn't like it from the beginning.
See, I think in those instances, the songs is hot, so you have to force them to you.
And T.I.
That was dope. That was dope.
Blurred Lines was dope, but they forced it down our throats.
But because it was hot.
And that's the thing.
It's like demand and supply and demand.
Yeah, it's like
when you have a hot shit, we gonna force it to you.
That's why I think it's like.
But if it's hot, you don't have to force it.
No,
sometimes they force it anyway.
But in this society, if it's hot, I'm gonna give it to you every time I
think the marketing happens once it's released and folks are able to see it, versus.
I got so tired of Blurred Lines.
Versus when
prime example. You know what's forced?
Versus when it's made. It's not
Andre. When Andre dropped the
Hey Ya.
Yeah, now that was hot. But they showed that shit everywhere you
Now that's an example of it got hot first and then they shoved it down.
He even did the one joint he was on concert. He's like, one last time, goddamn.
That was on the Grammys.
Yeah, he was tired of doing
that. Goddamn it. He was so tired of that.
I
think I really believe that he suffered from the D'Angelo thing to where he got so big that he couldn't take it. He's like, I don't want to do this shit no more.
Yes.
Because that's what happened to D'Angelo when he made How Does It Feel. Like, that record went so big, and D'Angelo was like, wait a minute.
But see, that's the thing. What happens is...
Because they want you to do it like you said, they want you to do it again.
Yeah.
And if you just went and did something just cause,
right, it's
hard to mimic that with a purpose.
I came to this conclusion that there are certain sections of people that don't appreciate... I'm not even gonna say don't appreciate, that don't cater to or really care about the craft and everything it comes to like spinning music. And the reason I'm saying this is because you might be ready to break a new artist. All they want you to do is play the hits. Yeah. Just play the hits.
Yeah,
just play these records. Just the same thing. Is. Just the same thing when you go to a concert. Just sing the hits. Don't come with the new shit, the new song that you made. Nobody can.
But that only applies to is if your new shit is trash. Because when we saw Kendrick, we wanted the hits and the stuff on the new album.
Because all of his shit was fire.
Exactly. So we only want you to do the hits if your new shit is trash. So I'm gonna tell you somebody who suffered a lot from that was Prince. Prince after
Purple Rain.
You said 1999 Purple Rain, Diamonds and Pearls was fire. But like as we start getting
generation shit, I did not like.
Once you start getting into the late 90s, early 2000s, nobody was checking for that shit Prince was making. Because I was working in the record store at the time. And he was dropping albums. Well, nobody was trying to hear that shit.
When you go listen to Prince now, what do you listen to?
The classics.
Oh,
but there was
did you listen to anything with the new power generation? I mean, like, do you really go listen to it?
Like Diamonds, I've heard the whole
Diamonds and Pearl was a hit, but other than that,
yeah, what was the one that came?
Sexy Motherfucker was dope. Sexy Motherfucker was dope.
Sexy Motherfucker was the shit.
But I'm saying, what I'm saying is, besides the shit that the radio blew up.
No, I'm talking about the whole albums. Like I've heard all of his albums after.
Right, but what I'm saying is, what he's saying is, besides what the radio put out,
another example is Jill Scott.
After her first album.
Well, no, but after the album with the Crown Royal shit on there.
I didn't hear that album.
That album was dope. But after that, like Jill's last album was trash. Came out in 2015. and I know it was trash
I don't think I recall
because
it.
it came out the same time the Internet album came out, Ego Death, in 2015. The albums came out the same time, and I listened to them both.
I don't think they get enough. I don't think they got enough,
They come
push.
They come in December.
I don't think they got the right push though.
Well, the type of music they make, they'll
Who
never
threw
get
that
that kind of push.
Yeah.
Huh?
Who threw that stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I listened to that album once, and I listened to the Internet like forever and ever. That album was trash. And then I saw her in concert that December. She came with New Edition, Babyface. And it was like, she was like, I'm gonna play some stuff off my latest album, and nigga was like, no, I'm sing Golden. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we don't want to hear that shit, B. So yeah, it's
a shame that you get locked into that one. I mean, and I know as much as y'all crack on.
Here we go.
the boom clap.
Yeah, exactly. But
I thought you were gonna mention Rich.
No,
no.
I knew where he was going. I knew he was going.
But at the same time, that was not a. I'm not going to say that was something that was marketed or made to even be that. And I even say that in the lyrics, like, I didn't want to do it, but I had to. Like, I didn't even want to make this kind of song. I just did it. It just came together.
But see, that's a difference. Like, you can't, for us, it's just because we've seen it from it was just the lyrics to the beat to the remix, the final.
The acoustic.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't, it's like we helped raise the child. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people be like, hey, do that, I be like,
Wait,
no.
you doing that shit to Key Club too?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Time to put that.
We didn't heard that shit in the form, acoustic form, like, dog, I'm tired of
I
it.
don't think I did.
Dude, you did
did.
boom clap at the Key Club, bro.
You did.
Yes, you did.
You did the verses.
No.
Yes, you
When
did.
I was at Key Club, I was still with Disasters. And I left Disasters.
No, we went to Key
So
Club.
when I left
We went to Key Club for a minute.
Boom Clap didn't come until after I was gone.
When did you make boom clap? Do you
I
remember?
made Boom Clap probably in 2008 to 2007.
No, you
The
made it
album released
before
in
then.
2009.
You made boom clap before then.
The Resume album released in 2009. I had that song probably maybe a year to 2 years before I released that album.
You did it at Key Club.
No.
Were we going to the Key Club in 06?
No.
I can't remember.
No.
We was going to the Key Club in 06.
I was done with when I was done with Disasters.
No, we was, because I
going
was
to Key
still
Club.
downtown. I wasn't in Pontiac yet. We was going down there.
It is switched. It started going over
We
to,
stopped them when it went to TV Lounge.
Yeah.
TV Lounge.
But I don't remember what year that was. But you definitely did boom clap at the Key Club.
You were still with Disasters when we was going to the TV Lounge. I remember.
I couldn't have did.
Yeah,
Boom
you
Clap
did.
at
You
Key
did the
Club.
poet
You
version
did.
of
You did
Boom
the.
Clap.
I swear you did.
Love Jones.
Because I know you
I
was
did the
with.
poet version
I
of
know you was
Volcano.
with. I know you was with Disasters at
Maybe
TV
it was
Lounge.
Volcano.
It was Volcano.
Was that what it was?
version, yeah. Exactly.
Okay, that may be right.
It wasn't Boom Clap. Boom Clap. Like I
Okay.
said, Boom Clap didn't come.
But
like,
you definitely got an acoustic version of boom clap.
Yes.
With Jim on the top.
Yeah,
Boom, Jim like boom clap. When you see us rocking the club, I hear the boom clap.
Jim somewhere listening like, that's right. He is right.
Jim like, oh wait, we in the studio.
I did do that.
we did do that one. So all right, let's get ready to come to a close here.
Yeah,
It's
that's cool.
12:30.
I don't want to play Tunk anymore.
I won.
No, actually, I've won both of them.
No, I won this
even
hand.
if I was a drop.
How? We didn't finish it.
You ain't even finished it. You don't even have no spreads. How the fuck?
I
could
won. You can look at all these cards you got. That's
No, this
you
is a
high as
spread.
fuck.
motherfucker.
I didn't see you
got
spread
6.
with that.
I got 6.
That's 30.
What
That's
John
30
have in
right
his hand?
there.
Some bullshit.
I ate some trash. I won.
Right. What did he have in his hand? He dropped.
He got 20
He
right
didn't
there.
drop. Man, dog. I got 6 hands. I got 6 points, man.
I got
won.
3.
I won all 3 of the hands.
I got 8 right here. That's 8.
Hey, anyway,
I got the last one.
dominoes next time. Something shit, man.
Come on, hand.
Give me
I
this
had
shit.
8. I won that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for being tuned in to Volcano Underground Radio. Make sure you come back. We will be here next week. And every Saturday from 11 until...
Maybe.
Look, nah, I had this all set up.
No, I'm talking about maybe to every Saturday. Because Lord knows.
Yeah.
When it starts snowing?
Oh,
so we all gonna be doing the show over the phone.
So
Better Skyped it.
Yeah.
I had this all set up. I had everything ready to go.
Dog,
and the
I
shit,
came down here. I got outside and stayed. I was outside chilling. I was like,
I had
wait a
it set
minute.
up perfectly.
I come down. He doing this.
All my shit.
Nigga.
Right when I started shooting off messages to everybody, like, hey, tune in. Shit froze. Restarted. Everything. I'm like, oh, this is bullcrap. So, hey, that's the joys of
You said
technical.
bull crap?
Yes.
He's about to say boom clap.
No.
This is boom crap.
This is boom
What?
clap. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for being tuned in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you keep coming back to seeing a lot more of the shenanigans happening right here. I got a couple review videos coming up and also some more reactions.
Yo, did y'all see
Happening.
Halloween?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
It was cool.
I thought it was good. A lot of people
I
say it
hated
was
the ending.
trash.
I didn't like the ending.
No, because they redid the ending. In the original ending, they were supposed to fight outside. She stabbed him. He stabbed her. And then the daughter came out with a crossbow and shot him. They leave, and then Michael's sitting on a tree, take his last breaths. And they said when they first viewed it, the fans were like, this shit trash. So they rewrote the whole thing. And that's
It made it even more trash.
I thought the ending was good, though. I thought the ending was good.
No.
With them trapped in the basement.
They trapped them in the closet.
I thought that shit was
set it
dope.
on fire, and you don't see anything happen to them. And they pull off like everything all Gucci.
I thought that shit, no,
Fuck
because
out
they
here.
were, no, they actually set it
Ended
up
just
to
like
do two
Red
movies.
Dragon.
They actually set up to do 2 movies. But Jamie Lee Curtis
Is old.
and Carpenter was like,
They're
we're not
old.
doing sequels. This is our last one.
Because we might bite the dust after this. That's basically what it is.
I thought this was dope.
And that whole spin about my man's trying to take the reins of Michael Myers and taking his mask and all the rest
No,
of that
and so
shit.
they had to write that in because the original ending of the movie,
Yeah.
the fans was like, no, this shit is trash. So
and they made it more trash.
So they wrote it in with the doctor putting his mask on, which was comical.
Like I said, it was cool. It wasn't like...
I thought this shit was good.
I don't watch a lot of Halloween movies, so I can't say
Oh
that.
yeah, see, for me, I thought that was excellent.
I haven't seen all of them. The last one I seen was the one with LL Cool J and H2O when he was doing head sprung at the end of the fucking shit.
That one was cool except for LL's acting.
Right, exactly.
LL
Michael
was the
Myers
worst.
coming through, he like, I'll call me Big Ellie, Big Silly.
That was
So,
and that
yeah,
one with
that's-
Buster was trash.
No, that one was decent. The one with Buster. Buster and Kelly
No,
Rowland.
it wasn't.
I don't
That one was
remember that.
decent.
No, what Kelly Rowland one in there?
Yeah, she was.
But she wasn't. That was
What was Kelly Rowland in?
Kelly Rowland was in Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, okay.
That was the other chick. With the
Oh, was
big
that
forehead.
Tyra Banks
Tyra
was in
Banks.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyra Banks was in it.
Oh, whatever, East Side. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. It was what it was. I'm good. It was cool. It doesn't get 2 thumbs up. It gets 1 and a. All right, we'll see y'all next week. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. Make sure y'all stay keep up with everything on the site. I said that before and I'll say it again. Please, by all means, tip your waitresses, drive safely, and come back to us all whole. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this, and also make sure you following. And we got a lot more that's gonna be coming up: reviews, reactions, and yeah, a couple other things. And I'm gonna be reviewing DJ controllers. That's gonna be the next video y'all end up seeing. Volcano Underground Radio signing off. We'll see y'all next week. Please look up, because it's a fire burning way up in the mountain high. Look up in the steam, smoke, or ashes. When the crater starts to blow and the lava starts to flow, then you will surely know it is a volcano. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Peace.
All right, give me something to eat before I take my work nap.